So, what classifies someone to be toxic? No growth. Definitely. No growth. No sense of growth. Oh gosh, if we talk about sexual patterns, somebody that's hopping from one partner to another, just slopping. Oh my gosh. Yeah, do you even wash yourself when you go from one man to the next, one female to the next? Do you? Cuz it's like the mentality is just like a dragging mental. There's no point in time that they sit and heal after a breakup. They just move right from one person to the next. That's a toxic person. That's a toxic person. People need to understand that soul ties actually do exist, and to break that, that takes time. Okay, to move on from that, that takes time. How y'all out here running around and throwing yourself from body to body, like if you know you singing Justin Bieber song, I just need somebody to love, like what the hell? Like we not doing that no more in 2024. All right, like we gonna stop doing that. Some red flags we could identify a toxic person with. Oh my gosh, just give them the whole carnival. Give them the whole carnival. Some red flags we could identify toxic persons or people, sorry, with. Sometimes for me, once my anxiety starts going off, you gotta go. All right? There's something that you doing that reminding me of something that I've been through. You just gotta go. I've been in a situation where I was trying to be a faithful woman to somebody who was roaming the street like a wild dog. And I was like, unaware. I was unaware that they were that type of person because of the ideology that they fed to me. They made it seem as if, you know, it was a healthy relationship. I was just making stuff up in my head. And the more I started getting gaslighted was the more I realized that it was reminding me a lot of previous relationships. And now I started to analyze. And now I started to watch him over time and I started asking questions. And the more I asked questions, the more I got gaslighted. So, you know what your girl did? Your girl just popped up on him one day to find out all the answers she needed to find out. Because I do pop ups. I pop up. I pop up when I feel like it. And when I found out what I needed to find out, then bloop, that was it. It was over. Because me and toxicity at 33, what room does it provide me that I'm able to grow? What room? I'm looking on going back to school. I'm looking at opening businesses. I'm looking at making sure that in a couple of years, my kids can go to college or university or a trade school too, right? So, what room in that do I have room for a negative person? And that's basically what a toxic person is, a negative person. What room do I have for a negative person who won't enable me to get to a trajectory that I don't want to be on anymore, or a trajectory that I need to get on and away from what I'm currently in? If I feel stuck, why am I getting with a stuck person? It makes no sense. But I found it funny that this person came into my life and painted an image that they're all about professionalism and growth when they really weren't. And that's scary because if we're walking around and doing this to individuals just to get by, why are we doing that? This kind of leads me into a small sublet topic of voids and why are they created. So a toxic person tend to carry traits, and they also tend to have voids, right? And voids are like, and just listening to the word, just listening to it, you think of the word avoid, right? Avoid means to deflect or move away from or so on and so forth. Something along that line. But avoid in itself is like a gap that's created between known and unknown, real and unreal, right? So it's like a little space, and it's like a space of non existence, like it's distortion, so to speak. So when a void is created in a person's mind or a person's analogy, um, they fill it with things that helps them get by. Things like alcohol, weed, you know, addictions like heroin, crack, cocaine, stuff like that. Like things that will get them by and make people still look at them like, they're somebody. So I think to myself, if a person has to get by like that, do they consider themselves toxic, or they consider themselves that they might need help if they think about it?